Hi everyone, my name is Andrea and welcome to my channel. I'm new here to YouTube, but I've wanted to do this for a really long time and I'm excited to be starting this journey with all of you. Today I'm going to be doing the Booktube Newbie Tag, which is 10 questions about who I am as a reader and why I started this channel. So let's get started. So question number one is, why did you start this channel? So like I said, I've wanted to do this for a really long time, but I've always kind of let my anxiety get in the way of actually doing it. So I'm trying to kind of overcome that this year, and one of my New Year's resolutions was to make 12 videos and upload them to YouTube. So we're a little more than halfway through the year, and this is number one, but let's see if I can get 12 videos out before the end of the year and reach my goal. So question number two is, what are some fun and unique things that you can bring to Booktube? So I am an English teacher, and obviously I love reading. So I love participating in that kind of conversation around books, analyzing them, talking about them, discussing them. And I think I can bring that kind of excitement and perspective to Booktube. I also kind of consider myself like a nerdy girl. I love makeup, I love doing my hair, I love getting dressed up, but I also really love RPGs and science fiction and um, robots and things like that as well. So I think I'm kind of in the middle, and I can bring that perspective to Booktube as well. Question number three is, what are you most excited about for this new channel? For me, I would have to say that it's being part of the conversation and the community. I only really discovered that Booktube was a thing a few months ago, and almost right away I wanted to be a part of it because I love that conversation. I love that discussion. I love sharing things that I want to read, and I love hearing about things that other people want to read. So I'm really excited to be a part of that conversation and community. Question number four is, why do you love reading? I love reading for a lot of reasons. One is that it is an escape. It's a chance to kind of experience a different life, to get away from things that are difficult or getting me down, and open my mind to new possibilities. It's a chance to experience things that I would never get to experience in real life because it's a different era or something that I wouldn't be subject to. And it gives me kind of new, wider perspective and teaches me new things, and that's one thing that I really enjoy about reading. Question number five is, what book or series got you into reading? This is a really tough question for me because I don't actually remember ever not being into reading. One of my very earliest memories is sitting on my grandma's lap reading Peter Rabbit by Beatrix Potter. Um, so I guess you could say that one. I also have a really fond memory of reading my very first novel, which was Charlotte's Web. I was in first grade and about 6 years old, and it was a book that belonged in the classroom and we weren't supposed to take home. But I started reading it, I think, on a Friday afternoon at school, and I was so excited about it and interested in the book that I actually stuck it into my backpack to take home over the weekend and finish reading, and then brought it back to school on Monday. I don't think anyone ever knew, but yeah, I was that excited about the book that I did that. So I guess you could say Charlotte's Web as well was another one that really got me into reading. But again, this is a really tough question for me because I've always loved reading. Question number six is, what questions would you ask your favorite booktubers? Again, I've only really discovered that Booktube was a thing not that long ago, so I'm still kind of figuring out the whole community and who's out there and who to watch. So if you have any suggestions, let me know. But I think one question that I would definitely ask is, what books would you consider must-reads? What are some books, say 5 books, that you would say everyone absolutely should read? So that I can add more books to my 2-year list and read some interesting things. Question number 7 is, what challenges do you think will be most difficult for you to overcome in starting your new Booktube channel? For me, I think one thing that I'm going to struggle a lot with is procrastination and just putting it off and not actually doing it. So I think I really need to motivate myself to actually do it and set myself deadlines and say, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, and then actually do it. I think another thing that might be a little bit challenging for me is just getting a handle on the whole video editing thing. I know the basics, but I haven't done it for a long time. So I'm just going to have to get some practice and get back into the habit of doing that. Question number 8 is, when did you start reading? So I actually don't remember learning how to read. I think I was about 3.5 when I started. My mom says she taught me with these phonics books, but I don't remember that at all. I just kind of always read everything. So yeah, I was about 3 or 3.5 when I started reading on my own, and I've always been read to as long as I can remember. Question number 9 is, where do you read? So I read a lot on the bus, on the way to work or going out or something like that. I also really love going to restaurants by myself and bringing a book and just like kind of sitting and reading while I eat. That's really enjoyable for me. I do that a lot. Um, I often will sit at home and read on the couch, or I'll sit on my balcony and read, or go to a park and read, or something. I like reading outdoors. Um, but yeah, I'll read pretty much anywhere as long as I am in the mood to read. I'll read. And finally, question number 10: what kind of books do you like to read? I read a little bit of everything, from mystery to science fiction and fantasy, YA, adult, pretty much anything. I will pick it up and read it. Recently, I've been reading a lot of nonfiction and a lot of science fiction and fantasy. Those are kind of the two that I felt most like reading. I've also read a fair bit of contemporary fiction recently. Um, but yeah, I'll read a little bit of everything. It just depends on how I'm feeling and what I want to read. And that's it for today, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. Keep your eye out over the next few days. I'm going to be posting my TBR list for the Booktubeathon, which is happening next week. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the subscribe button down below and give this video a big thumbs up. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.